Hello everyone, I'm back with another video. I want to update. I want to wake it up on the case with the body, the partially burned body that was found in the Honda Civic. Now, this Honda Civic was registered to somebody by the name of Soledad Lopez. I'm assuming by the way they're listing everything that she's a female. However, okay, the body in the vehicle has not been officially confirmed from what I've been reading. Now, I read that it was Soledad, but it's not confirmed. Okay, apparently, they're saying that the vehicle is registered to a missing person. Okay, now the Soledad person does not come up in the missing persons database. Okay, they could privatized it. Okay, pending investigation. They said that there is a missing persons investigation related to the vehicle. Okay. They haven't came up with too much of that. I've been looking at it. I've been pulling cards on it. So I am getting mixed signals, okay, as far as the sexual identification of the body found, okay. They're saying it's a woman, okay, but if they can't confirm it, how can they say that? So I don't know, okay. I wanted to look into that. We're going to go in with the Awakened Tarot. Okay, so we're going to wake it up with the Awakened Tarot and see if there's some information. Oh, let me smudge. If there's some information that can, additional information that we can get. Okay, we do have a name, but that's it. That's all that's been updated, okay, on the remains found in the vehicle. The only thing that changes up is the spelling of Soledad, okay, and the information leading up to the discovery of the body. Okay, some sites reports have come back that the parents called, okay, and inquired. Some come back that the parents went up to the tow yard, okay, and then there's another one that's come out that not the parents, the family members, excuse me, not the parents, the family members, okay. Now it's reported that some family members went to the tow yard and requested to see the vehicle, okay. The police were called. So, I don't know if the police were called, if the police searched the vehicle or if the vehicle was searched. They found some suspicious dead remains, okay, because they said the body was partially burned, okay, and called the police. Now, they're keeping it hush-hush because if the body was partially burned, okay, then they would be able to identify the sex just by even the clothes that the person is wearing. So they're being hush-hush on this case, and I'm wondering why they're being so hush-hush. What can you tell us about the blue Honda, the blue 2007 blue Honda Civic that was discovered with a burnt-out trunk? The trunk was burnt out, okay, at the S&J Wilshire Tow in South Central LA. Okay, they said the car is registered to a Soledad Lopez, okay? I believe she's a female, but they did not identify the burnt remains in the vehicle. So what do you want us to know about this investigation, this case? Okay? And thank you for your answers. What do you want us to know about the body found in the blue Honda Civic, partially burned? And matter of fact, this discovery was made on the 9th of September. So I believe the car had been sitting there for like 2 weeks. The vehicle was traced to that garage. It is a police tow garage, one of them, okay, and the body was traced. What do you want us to know? Okay, can you tell us who was in the trunk? Okay. Let's see what's going on. Okay, people. At the bottom of this reading, okay, we have the Seven of Swords, and it's in reverse, okay? So this is somebody doing something and getting caught. Somebody trying to get away with something, getting caught, somebody lying, somebody cheating, whatever they're doing, okay, behind the scenes, they're going to get caught, okay? That's what reverse means on this card. This is what it looks like upright. That means somebody's trying to get away with something. But when it's like this, they're going to get caught, okay? So, first card is the Chariot, okay? This right here gives me the impression that somebody's on the run. This is a major arcana. Somebody's on the run. Okay? And we have the Eight of Wands. So there's going to be some news coming in soon. Some news is coming in, or fast. I say soon. This says some news is coming in quickly. Okay? So things are on the move. We have the Nine of Pentacles. Okay? The Nine of Pentacles can represent, well, it does represent things. It can represent money, okay, offers. Oh, then we have the Seven of Pentacles right next to it. Here's a reap what you sow. So, sheesh. Something involving money. Okay, so somebody's has a burden that they're gonna unload. Okay, somebody's got a burden that they are going to unload. We have the Queen of Swords, okay, in reverse. And that goes on top of the Chariot. Now, I don't know if the Queen of Swords in reverse represents there's a female in the body. Well, let's look at it. I think so. Because we have the Chariot moving fast, okay? This can also represent the blue car. Just now coming to me. And the Queen of Swords in reverse, who's corrupt, okay? Apparently, she's shady. We'll say shady. Is on top of that card. So I take it it's a female. Allegedly. Okay? Pretty interesting how that came out. But yes. We have the Emperor. Okay, so we have a gentleman coming in. Okay, and he's right below the Eight of Wands. Okay, he's right below the Eight of Wands. So we got this gentleman. He's coming in fast. Interesting. We have the Two of Cups. Interesting. On the money. So there was a partnership going on. That's what it looks like it's saying. There's a partnership going on, possibly with these two people. Okay. We have strength. That's going on the Seven of Pentacles. Okay. Reap what you sow. And there's some strength. So there's some strength. This is strong. There's money going on. Something involving money. Something is involving money, I believe, allegedly. Ooh, the Ace of Swords in reverse. Now, there's some lies. There's some lies going to be told. The burden is the lies. The Star card is going down on the Queen of Wands. So I'm taking it. It's like it's really confirming that that's a woman. Now, is the woman Soledad? Probably so. Okay. Allegedly. We have a Three of Cups in reverse. So there's teamwork that didn't go through. Okay. So the teamwork, there's some discord, apparently, okay? Something lacking in the form of teamwork. The Four of Swords, but it's in reverse, okay? Usually this is a minor death card in reverse. Oh, this is going over the money. There was a partnership, okay? There was a partnership involving money, okay? And there's so many ways. See, that's why I got to look it up, too, because there's so many ways you can read one card. And let me see what jumps out, because there's no words on these cards other than identifying the card. This is the Four Swords. So, okay, it's what they're explaining is not coming out. That's why I haven't said anything. Okay, I'm wondering. Okay, because I'm gonna go with my first intuition. Okay, as far as the swords was she stabbed? Okay, now in the report it did say that the victim was unalive before the car was set on fire. Okay, it said that. Okay, they know stuff. They're just not telling us, but they know. We have the Five of Wands, okay? So there's been some fighting. Oh, mm. Looked like somebody got stabbed. They was fighting and got stabbed. Mm. We have the Ace of Wands in reverse. Yeah. And it put a stop to that. We have the Ace of Cups, an overpouring of emotions. And we have the High Priestess, okay? She's got secrets. The High Priestess got secrets. So there's a woman out there, okay, in correlation to the emperor, to some gentleman, to the gentleman, okay, she knows what happened. We have the Three of Swords in reverse. Yeah, that goes on top of the Four of Swords in reverse. Yes, that is confirming she was stabbed. Now, she could have been shot, allegedly, I'm thinking. But this is swords. But the reason why I say that is because we don't have a gun in this layout, okay? So we are going to use some true crime to clarify it, but I'm taking it she was stabbed. Heartbreak, betrayal, okay? But this is in reverse. We have the Six of Pentacles in reverse, okay? So they were fighting over money. They were fighting over money. We have the World in reverse. It's not over. It's not over. Okay? So let us go with some true crime. True crime. And the first card I see. Okay. So can you give us some clarification, okay, on this read right here that we're doing? In the case of a missing persons found partially burned in a blue 2007 Honda Civic in South Central LA. The car was registered to a Soledad Lopez. What do you want us to know? Can we get some clarification? And thank you for your answers. Get some clarifications on this case. Now, the case is listed as a homicide, okay? The case is listed as a homicide. And they were explaining in the AI, okay, version, is that there are determining factors that the coroner will make, okay, that it was a homicide, okay, and that is lack of air in the oxygen, in the lungs or in the airways, okay, or little smoke, okay, I said lack of oxygen, lack of smoke, or a trace amount of smoke, okay. There may have been some visual signs that bruising, stab wounds, bullet wounds, and all that kind of stuff that would make it, okay, that the person was unalived, okay? So, what do you want us to know? Okay, thought I'd put that in there about the body that was found partially burned in the trunk of the blue Honda Civic. Thank you for your answers. Ooh, my deck is upside down. Okay, we got outer space. Okay, so to me that's my drug card, one of my drug cards. Okay, there was fraud. Okay, there was fraud. So maybe they were in some kind of fraud scheme. Okay, something to do with a beach, water. It was organized crime. There is a package. Okay, maybe this package could have been a drug package. Okay, but there was a package. Okay, maybe it was a package behind dealing with the organized crime. Okay, which is dealing with the money. It could have been a drug package. Okay, and somebody got ripped off, and they coming for their money, and they tried to run away from the situation. They were alive when this took place. Okay, this situation, there was life. Okay, something to do with a landfill, the desert. Okay, well, this is in California, LA, whatever. Okay, we in the desert. So we're talking about a serial killer. Somebody has done this before. Hmm. There was jealousy. Something about the home situation. Maybe the person was taken out of the home. Drugs. There's a male. Okay, this involved a male. We have a party and intuition. So maybe the person had, or maybe it's telling me my intuition is correct, or the person had intuition, an inkling that something was amiss. We also have strangulation. So when they talk about healing, okay, especially when it's dealing with a homicide, I take it that this person is on the other side and maybe experiencing a moment of healing. Okay, trying to come to terms with what has happened to them. Yes, once again, we have water. Okay, maybe the weapon was thrown in the water. We have a child. I think this came up before. I was wondering, does she have a child? Okay, greed. There was a cleanup. Okay, that's why she was transported. She was put in the vehicle and set on fire to clean it up. Okay, so this is a couple. Now, that's telling me that there's more than one person. Celebrity. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Celebrity always comes up when it comes to these crimes. I'm wondering what that means. Okay, because I do, and this card comes up, celebrity. Let me see if I can get a Okay. Sorry about that. Stuff coming up all in my oh, that's interesting. You would think that the definition would have came up. Okay, so what it's telling me about the meaning of celebrity? I mean, we all know, we all assume that a celebrity, okay, but apparently this person was well known. Okay, now they may not have been well known by us, but they were well known in their neighborhood, community, or in their circle, their inner circle. They probably were popular. Okay, maybe they were the big person on campus, so to speak. Okay, mm let's see what else they can reveal. Okay, so yeah, there was a meeting about this hidden. So was it a secret? Okay, so this I think, ooh, okay, it says tunnel. And the reason why I say that is, okay, I don't know how decomposed the body was when they got it, when they set the car on fire, okay, or what. Because here we coming up with tunnel. Like the car, the body was hidden. Oh, there's hidden right there. Okay, so it was hidden first. Hmm. We have some type of perversion going on, and there will be justice. Okay, there will be justice given for the body in the trunk. I have been looking up, trying to get updates every day, all day, literally every day, all day. I'm checking. I'm checking. Okay, and nothing's really coming up as far as any updates, real updates. And this happened. The body was found on the 9th. Celeste Rivas was found on the 8th. This body was found on the 9th. And it also makes me feel wonder was there could have been some correlation, okay? They're saying the cases are not related, but they're saying that so that they can separate the cases and give them an individual look, okay? And gather what they can gather and get the pieces on each of the cases, and then they can see if anything coincides. You know, yeah, smart move, okay. But that's what we have. So to sum it all up, okay, I'm getting that the probability of a female, and that female being Soledad, is highly probable that that's who's in the trunk of the vehicle, okay? I also feel that there was some dispute about money. I feel that there was some illegal activity going on. Now, whether other people knew about it or her family who was looking for her knew about it, I don't know. But I feel that she was into something she shouldn't have been into, okay? And she met her demise. So let us, before we go, let us get a truth. Let's see the truth. Okay, that's what it looks like. I like to show the pack. Okay, because the cards can have any design on it. Okay. So what can you tell us about the body that was found in the 2007 blue Honda Civic at the S&J Wilshire Tow Yard in South Central LA. The body was partially burned, and the vehicle was the body was discovered in the vehicle on September 9th. It was discovered on September 9th. What do you want us to know? And thank you for your answers about the body that was found, partially burned, in the blue Honda Civic. Divine timing, okay? Divine timing. So, it was planned. It was planned. Single isolation, independent, alone. Okay, so maybe she was a single mother, because we did get a child in there. Okay, there we go with the home. And we have revenge, clown. I'm going to look at revenge because I think there was some dispute. Maybe somebody was accusing somebody of taking something or cheating. Okay, there's the shadow. They're on the other side. Okay, on the other side of the spectrum, coexisting. So there was some talent, some features, okay, to this person. So maybe there were some features that stood out, or personality traits that stood out. Oh, we have an affairs, we have a mistress, a third party. Yeah, so we have some mystery involving in this thing. Okay, and maybe that's why it's taking a little longer to come to the forefront. Okay, yeah, my intuition is right on. Okay, and I think, like I said, I think this person had a sixth sense that something was amiss. Okay, so now we have the crown. Okay, and this was top level. Now, I did a reading and I was wondering, was there, the way the cards came up, was there a hit put out on this person? Okay, so something to think about. Okay, code word. So somebody is chewing on this, and it may be the crown, okay, because now the police are getting involved. The police have gotten involved, so now they're worried if they're going to be able to trace back. Unfinished business. It's not over. Okay. Now there's some unfinished business. Now maybe this has to do with the killer. Okay, maybe they another body, if it hasn't already popped up in regards to this. Okay, you know how they like to do, get rid of the person who did the deed. So we have a breakup, walking away, and then getting back together. Somebody bit off the apple and they messed around and now they found out. There's photographs, okay? There's photographs. And I'm thinking, okay, that there's photographs of the people in relation to the body in the car. Maybe on social media, I don't know. But there we go with the rose. Okay, and this is the rose that has the thorns in the stem. The thorns have not been taken out, honey. Yep. We have drinks. So there was alcohol involved. So the dreams are coming true. Somebody is getting what they want. Now, I don't know if that's somebody on the other side of the realm or somebody here in reality. Okay? But it was firm, wide awake, decisive. I don't know what that means. Okay? We also have alcohol, drugs, addiction to alcohol, drugs, pills. There was an obsession here as well. And then this card came up again. Okay, I think this one came up in the Celeste reading. Okay, but this person is feeling very regretful. Very regretful. There is a pet. Okay, so they may have had a pet. Divine intervention, karma. And there's some hidden truths that are going to be exposed. Yeah, yeah. So this could be, for whatever reason, the tip of the iceberg. Okay? So, with that said, give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. But most of all, stay blessed.